It is the match that fans of women's wrestling all around the world have wanted to see. McKenzie trying to find a way back in, and oh, that will do it. The German, oh my God! A German suplex again. What is this from McKenzie? The pump handle onto the back of the head. Millie McKenzie! Millie McKenzie is the women's champion at 17 years of age. Hold the presses. There is a story coming out of Manchester, England that will rock the women's wrestling world. Well, big news there then. It sounds like that internet title match at Lights Out is now going to be a triple threat match. Travis Banks saying he wants a piece of the product David saw.
Unbelievable stuff here in Defiant. You can never guess what's going to happen next.
The following contest is a non-title bout set for one fall. It has a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first, wrestling out of Manchester, stunning Lana Austin!
Welcome back to Lana Austin. Former Future Shock Wrestling Women's Champion, also been a champion in Attack Pro Wrestling and elsewhere as well. Been making her name here on the British wrestling independent scene for quite some time.
She really has, and in the ultra competitive, you talk about the internet title division being competitive. What about the women's division here in Defiant Wrestling? We have a new champion. And tonight, Lana Austin gets a crack at Millie McKenzie. This could be a big, big night for Austin.
Well, it's a non-title match, but you're right, a huge opportunity for Lana Austin to make a statement against the new women's champion.
Absolutely, and speaking of she, the first 21st century badass is in the house.
Still just 17 years of age, and yet she is already at the top of the mountain.
Her opponent is the first 21st century badass and the new Defiant Wrestling Women's Champion, Millie McKenzie!
Millie McKenzie winning that Defiant Women's Championship in one half of our double main event at Chain Reaction against Kaylee Ray. As I said on Sunday, just how scary is it that at just 17 years of age, Millie McKenzie has already been able to ascend to the top, the very top of women's wrestling here in Defiant. This woman could dominate this division for a very long time.
It terrifies me to think that I am almost double the age of Millie McKenzie. Think about that for a second, and then realize what this young lady has achieved in her young life. The new Defiant Women's Champion. And at Chain Reaction, Dave, Millie McKenzie could barely take her eyes off the former champion, Kaylee Ray, after she defeated her. This means a great deal to Millie. What does the future hold?
Well, despite all the plaudits, despite all the hype around Millie McKenzie, clearly, and this is a good thing, I think, she hadn't believed her own hype. I don't think she could quite believe that she had beaten Kaylee Ray, but that's what she did. And now McKenzie, as you say, at the tender age of just 17, is going to find she has a huge target on her back.
Well, title opportunity or not for Lana Austin, an opportunity to become Defiant Women's Champion could be in her future if she knocks off McKenzie tonight.
McKenzie with a wrist lock to start things out here. Austin going to try and find a way out. And counters into a wrist lock of her own.
Well, normally what I would say at this point is that Austin has the experience edge, but we saw it, Chain Reaction, when it comes to Millie McKenzie, you can't ever count her out. Kaylee Ray had more experience than McKenzie, and still McKenzie won the title.
Yeah, that hunger that Millie McKenzie has seems to be more than outweighing that inexperience factor that you talk about, as McKenzie getting a little bit annoyed here with Lana Austin.
The intensity of McKenzie is something that I've noticed during her time here in Defiant Wrestling. It's taken her all the way to the top of the mountain.
McKenzie now trying to cross over those legs. Maybe force a submission here out of Austin. Stretching her here as Austin tries to grab the arm, was able to do that, and that caused a counter. Trying to hyperextend that elbow of the champion. In the end, McKenzie pulls her to her feet. Austin holds on, and an arm drag means we're back to square one.
Well, great resilience from Austin. That's that experience factor.
Again, to repeat, we've got some breaking news a few minutes ago. We are going to have the first qualifying match for the Magnificent 7 match that's going to crown a new #1 contender for the Defiant Men's Championship. That first qualifying match, Rampage against Haskins, coming up next here on Defiant after we've had the conclusion of this one as Lana Austin using her posterior as a weapon against McKenzie.
Look at McKenzie, straight back to her feet, going for the German suplex.
McKenzie, suplex machine, as she demonstrated against Kaylee Ray on Sunday night.
I think, what was it, 6, 7 German suplexes that Ray took during that match?
It certainly was, and McKenzie be pretty relentless here in her assault, as well as a monkey flip on Austin. That's a clothesline attempt from Austin. Does McKenzie, there's a cross body, hooks the leg to try and win it here. It's a 2 count.
I know that Millie McKenzie's Defiant Women's Championship reign is very, very young, much like herself, but you have to wonder who can beat this young lady.
McKenzie, in the end, sends Austin into the corner. Austin was trying to fight her way out of another German suplex attempt from McKenzie.
Oh, Lana Austin perched on that top turnbuckle.
That's a bad place to be, particularly facing that direction, because look at this. McKenzie's going to try for a top rope German suplex.
Well, it would only take one of these, never mind 6 or 7, to end this match.
McKenzie would happily deliver 6 or 7 if that's what it took. We've seen the intensity of this young lady that's already brought her to the Women's Championship. Oh! Great
flexibility from Austin.
I was going to say, it was great thinking on her feet from Austin, but she wasn't on her feet at all. In fact, her feet were above her head by the end of that. Austin sweeps away the leg, kicks McKenzie in the face.
That was thinking on her feet, literally.
Big, big clothesline from Austin.
You can feel the momentum shift in this match.
McKenzie sent to the ropes. No, she's not. There's a counter of her own from Austin. Austin with the Russian leg sweep, floats over, cover, hooks the left leg. Referee gets down to 2, doesn't get to 3 because McKenzie kicks out.
Well, it's no mean feat, no small task to defeat Millie McKenzie. We've seen it with our own eyes. Lana Austin doing a pretty good job of cutting down the new Defiant Women's Champion.
Austin now the front face of McKenzie. Again able to counter. There's the German right on the back of the head of Austin.
Count them, that's #1.
Won't take very many of these. Second one. Ragdoll here.
Third time's a charm.
I think Austin would describe it as a charm. Austin is being pulverized here.
Well, this can't go on. Austin can't sustain this kind of punishment.
Trying to fight her way out, but she's been beaten from pillar to post here with those 3 German suplexes. Austin did well to break that waistlock on the 4th time there.
Yeah, you see the resourcefulness of Austin with the elbow.
Kick right into the
look at the face on
shoulder.
McKenzie.
With that intensity. And the 17-year-old Millie McKenzie that's taken her to the title.
You remember at Chain Reaction when Kaylee Ray chopped McKenzie in the chest. And we saw that same look.
McKenzie seems to take it to another level. When she reaches that level of intensity, there's the cutter from McKenzie. The cover. Austin. It's a right shoulder up, and this one continues.
Barely, though. Barely. Austin barely kicking out. McKenzie looks to have a bit of swagger about her.
Well, wouldn't you? Just won the Defiant Women's title at the age of 17.
Look at this, though. Grabbing Austin by the hair.
There is a mean streak to Millie McKenzie, no doubt about that, but the bridge from Austin, nearly able to surprise the champion.
Big, big night for Lana Austin, so much to prove.
Feeling for a DDT there was Austin, but McKenzie gets out. There's a spear! McKenzie knocking the wind out of Austin. Gonna pick her up again. That pump handle, this is how she beat Kaylee Ray. Over the head, the pump handle into the belly to back suplex, the cover from McKenzie, and Millie McKenzie wins it.
Here is your winner, the Defiant Wrestling Women's Champion, Millie McKenzie.
I repeat the same question I asked at the start. Who is there in women's wrestling who can stop Millie McKenzie right now?
I can't think of any names, Dave Bradshaw, to be honest with you. But wait a minute now. What's this?
Oh, McKenzie, hang on. Oh, God. Who's that? Wait, that's Sammy Jane. Sammy Jane, one of the top Scottish women's wrestlers, has come and attacked Millie McKenzie and now is holding the women's title above her head.
And Sammy Jane hitting McKenzie with one of those German suplexes. Look at the look McKenzie is giving Jane.
Well, I said that McKenzie would have a target on her back and people around the world would want to compete with her for that women's title. Sammy Jane making a statement here at the expense of Millie McKenzie.